name is Aurora Jones, and I'm the co-founder of Mastermind Fever Team with Lydia Brown, who is my mastermind partner. We decided to create this group for the people who were in MLSP or not and wanted to have some support with their marketing strategies, wanted to step out as leaders but didn't know necessarily how to do it. And we've decided to put this platform together where we are all like-minded individuals working together, helping one another. It's purely based on value, and we invite anybody who is looking into a mastermind partner and understanding how to make their online business work to join us in Mastermind Fever. So this evening we've got a special guest. Her name is Bonnie. I've actually known Bonnie, who is now part of the Mastermind Fever group, for quite a few months now, and she has always been very supportive, always willing to help. And this evening is going to be a first webinar, and that's what we do in the Mastermind Fever team. Instead of simply being, a student listening to other leaders talking, we believe that each one of you in this group is a leader, and Bonnie, as a matter of fact, is a leader. She recently finished this powerful training with Diane Hochman, six-figure earner, and she's going to share everything that she knows about attraction marketing. So it is going to be very exciting, and I hope that you're going to get some notes because it is going to be really, really good. So thank you very much, and Bonnie, I'm going to pass the presentation over to you, darling.
Hey, I was trying to upload a picture of myself, but it didn't seem to want to do that because I do not see it, but I am a real person. Okay, so let's get started. Enough babbling. Yes, as she said, this is my first webinar, so this should be interesting. Bear with me. I have actually I've been in network marketing for almost 7 years. I've been struggling, I found MLSP, but it just wasn't quite enough. So when MLSP offered Attraction Marketing Intensive, and I already knew Diane Hochman from previous, I had to have it. There was no mistaking that. It actually has made a huge difference in my life. She broke down what attraction marketing is and what it isn't, and I'm going to share that with you tonight. So let's get started. So the question is, what is attraction marketing anyway? A lot of leaders will say it's leading with value, it's your content, it's your blog. Well, surprisingly, it really isn't. So let's talk about what attraction is not. It's not really a choice. You either are attracted to someone or something, or you're not. Attraction is not your MLM. It's not your product. It's not your service. It's not your capture page. It's actually chemical. It's more than liking something. It's creating a desire so strong you're compelled to take actions. Again, it's not your MLM. You may love your environment or your upline, but that isn't the real attraction. Attraction is not logical. You try to market on a logic level, you will fail. In your product, I'm sure you have a great product. We all have great products, but that's not the attraction. They're a dime a dozen. I mean, weight loss products are everywhere, beauty products, health, nutrition, all these things are everywhere. And so they're not the attraction either. Your service is what keeps your customers, but it's not what attracts them. And if you do that based on your price, the marketplace will catch up if you cut great deals. So that's not the attraction either. Your capture page, there is no magic capture page. One is as good as another. So that's not the attraction. Your blog, many top marketers don't even have a blog. And some only post on theirs a lot. I mean, it's a good way to market, but it is not. Oh, my slides are going. I'm sorry. So sorry, guys. Oh, Yes, I learned from Diane Hochman. She calls herself the digital dingbat, so I definitely learned from her. Okay, let's see. Okay, your blog, you can use it to market, but that's not what attraction is. Your content, people post content all the time, but that's not really what makes them successful, is it? I mean, it's exposure, but it's not attraction. Or even hard work. I mean, like my grandfather was a hard worker, but that didn't attract anybody. That didn't make him rich. Right? There's a myth that giving value. Well, this is the one that actually threw me for a loop because that's all I've been hearing. But I have been taught, especially in the last year or so, that value is what attracts leads and prospects. It certainly helps, but it's not what converts them. They have to find you, but it's still not necessarily why one person, you'll still have one person that will be attracted to you more so than another. An autoresponder, well, it can be helpful, but again, it's not the attraction that brings them to you. All right, so there are two types of marketers. You have the alphas, which are in nature considered to be the males or the leaders, and this is not, male, female, gender, biology is just how they're referred to in nature. And the betas are the followers, or sometimes referred to as the females. Betas are genetically coded to seek protection, in this case, marketing help. In order to succeed, you must take on the alpha role. So the alphas, they are genetically coded to reproduce, so when you are a leader, you want to make more leaders, you want to train, and the betas are saying, please lead me. You will take we will switch roles as you go. With your mentors and your trainers and your coaches, you are the beta. But to others, to your list, you are the alpha. So, that's kind of how that works, And you can even be alpha or beta to your peers depending on the topic, whatever you are more knowledgeable about. You must first believe you can help others before the attraction can take place. This explains why so many people fail despite following all the directions they're given. I know that's what I had done for these 7 years. I did what I was supposed to do, but it just wasn't enough. Well, I didn't feel like I really wasn't attracting anyone because I was still looking to be helped. And you can't be looking for help and able to help others at the same time. I didn't fill my alpha role. It's the thought behind the action that is ruling. All right. Let's talk about the market. Is that where I want to be? Yeah, the market. So you're looking for people, they say, who's your target market? Oh, I want somebody between this age and this age, male or female, Basically, what you're really looking for are people who want to buy something. You want people who have money to spend. And you don't really want to, your job is not to convince. Your job is to lead. If they need convincing, then they're not the prospect for you. So you want people who don't have to be convinced. And the coolest thing about internet versus traditional marketing is you can speak to many at the same time, and you'll never notice who doesn't attract you. You won't get the no's. They'll disappear before you even knew they were there. So I think that's what makes it easier for me personally. Here's a wacky marketing technique that Diane taught us. Become your prospect. Enter the conversation they already have going on their mind, because I know sometimes we get so excited about our opportunities and we just ramble and we go on and on and on, and the prospects are looking at us like we have two heads or something, and they kind of back off from us because, when you're approached by, like a salesman, you're going to back away. Well, we're doing that, we don't realize we're doing it. And so they back away, and we don't necessarily lose them, but we definitely put them off for a while. So in becoming your prospect, you want to think, okay, what does this sound like? What do I sound like to them? Is what I'm saying making sense? Am I being too pushy? Am I being too vague? And Diane recommended that we get a notebook and we title it My People, of what things our prospect might be thinking. Like if they're looking for weight loss, okay, what are they typing in Google? Okay, weight loss, maybe, appetite control, these kinds of things. Those are the keywords they're entering. And those are the kind of things you want to focus on when you do produce content. So with funded proposals, there are 3 ends. There's the front end, There's the back end and the continuity. With front ends, this is the smaller item, the cheap item that you use to expose people. It might be a DVD, it might be a book, ebook, a video, a free trial, or maybe even a single product that you can make at least 50% on. She recommends that it's at least or no more than $50 because you don't want to give them too much too soon. And so the front end, that gets them in your space, that gets them to buy. The back end is what you really want to sell them. This is the upgrade. This is the full product, more ebooks, one-time offers, this kind of thing. The continuity, and this she said is where a lot of companies kind of make the mistake. They lead with this. Well, this should actually come last. Continuity is the monthly auto ship. This is where you have, okay, well, you can get a discount if, as a customer, if you, just go ahead and get the auto ship, so you get them, and that's your residual income. You lead with that, basically you're saying, oh, can I give an extra monthly bill? And they don't release so much for that. I mean, would you? So, okay, there we go. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It could be exercise DVDs, it could be, the face wash, or, that kind of thing. You want to use it to cover your marketing costs. And if you make a small profit, even better. And these, once they buy, they're customers, but they're also your hot leads for your next offer, like your back-end product. She gave us examples of what we can do, even if you're in an MLM and it doesn't allow you to, join another network marketing company. You can still sell other things. In the case, well, Diane Hochman started out in Herbalife, so she used a lot of nutrition and weight loss examples. So she said, you get them started on the shake, and then you sell them on the diet pills or the cookbook, this whole spiel. But if you can't, let me see. But another one, if you don't have that kind of thing, you could sell a blender. Give them your Amazon link, and you could sell them the blender. I mean, that could be, another kind of back end or an upsell or an additional. Would you like fries with that kind of thing? I guess everybody kind of understands that one. Yeah. Let's see. If they buy from you once, like the back end, they're going to buy again, and that's why it's always easier and cheaper to keep a customer than get a new one. I'm sure you've heard that before. That was the first 2 weeks. The third week, she taught us how to create our story. The one where you really, this is, what is part of your funnel. You tell your story, and then this is how people decide if they can relate to you or not. So you start out with, so hi, my name is Bonnie Branch. Before I found MLSP, I was struggling to find leads. The first thing I noticed was that the leads were finding me. I didn't have to chase people in Walmart. Since then, I have a steady stream of leads, and the best part is I make more money now than I did when I was chasing strangers in Walmart. That kind of thing. When you get more experience, you can play around with it a little. This is the starting formula. This is, the beginning. This is the step-by-step formula. You want to copy this until you get more experience, and this is where you just about yourself. You're not selling. You're not convincing. You're not saying, "Oh, it's the best thing since ice cream," or anything like that. You're just saying what you found, what your results are, and why they should have it. So yeah, the drama's in the details. This one, she said, that's where the brief story I just gave, didn't have much detail, so it didn't really talk into you, didn't reach into you, didn't grab you, make you want to move, take action. So you want to, if you really want to get someone, you'd say, oh well, since then I've been generating leads, I can spend more time with my kids. I don't have to drop them off in school and not see them until it's time to go to sleep. That kind of thing. If you're a parent, or because I am, that's what I. Oh, thank you, Aurora. Yeah, the story part was great. Yeah, that was like the big thing for me. And it's a formula. It's easy, All right. So yeah, you want to build into the emotion, not the hype, you know, because like she says, you know, you don't want to turn into MLM man. You know, her big thing is that. It's just so funny. Like-minded individuals, and you know, we can find each other. And, no, and you just want to tell your true story. You know, there was one person in the class who had 8 kids. You know, yes, 8. And she said to focus on that, you know, and that, you know, people with a lot of kids would understand that, or maybe the struggling marketer only has 3 kids, says, well, if he could do it, well, then I can too, you know, that kind of thing. And it's all knowing yourself. You know, if you don't know yourself, how can you speak to others, right? Do not want to discuss the struggle that has not been overcome. You know, we want the hero story. You know, we want to know what pain you had and what you did to get through it, to get over it. Because, you know, people are looking, like I said, the betas are out there looking for help. You know, they don't want to know, oh, well, they're not getting any leads or sales, so why should I get on their list again? So, you know, they want to know how you found the solution, how you can help them find it. Your mess is your message. Basically what I was saying, you know, you could say, oh, I started out not getting leads. I spent, you know, got this much in debt, $40,000 in debt, but I was able to, you know, get my list and sell and build my team, and, you know, it was your mess, but now it's your message, you know, so it's like a clean story there. You make that people are following those that are perfect, shiny people, you know, everyone who has their videos just, but really, it's not. Like with me screwing up tonight with the slides, I don't care. Actually, it's funny because it shows that even you too can do this, you know? I mean, you're not thinking, oh, well, oh, that person has great video. I don't know if I could ever do that. Oh, you know, I mean, screw up, okay? It's okay. So, yeah, I mean, so what? We're human. We're going to make mistakes. And, you know, if, again, with Diane being the digital dingbat, she thinks that some, you know, there were some people that were more attracted to her because of that, you know. Yes, normal people, that's exactly right. Okay, Jones M 30. Yeah, that's the only one I have. Okay. Yeah, they want to find who has struggled the same issues, you know. Like I said, you know, the person with the kids, you know. Let's see. When you share how you overcame your struggle, you become magnificently attractive. Yeah, I mean, that's the answer. You are their shining light. You're the answer they're looking for. So value plus hope equals insane attractiveness. I mean, hope trumps everything. Without hope, you've got nothing. So like I said before, the reason I wasn't able to have success is because I was still looking for someone to fulfill my hope. Well, guess what? I can't do that anymore if I plan on being successful. This is the alpha. This is why I decided to, or agreed to do this webinar, because I am a leader. And to be a leader, you put on the alpha role, and you can't be looking for help. You have to get it. Yes, Aurora. I'm so proud. All right. Video attraction training. This is where she taught us to lead into company's sales presentation. Because if you just, you know, a lot of times you'll see people, oh, here's my link, you know, and they give you the sales the company sales presentation, and there's all this, you know, boring talk and, you know, facts and figures and people they don't even know. So what makes someone listen, right? That's you? Okay, well, John Tim, let's fix you up. What you want to do is create your own 30-second video. You're going to introduce yourself using that story I just gave. So I think what I did is I decided to promote using Rob Foer's, not the essay, what is it? Posting for Purpose for Profit. And so, you know, of course I said, you know, hi, my name is Bonnie. Before I found Rob Foer's product, I was struggling with my content. The first thing I know, oh, I forgot that one. The first thing I noticed was that I didn't need to rank on Google. Since then, I've found how to do the triple dip, which is using audio, separately from the video, separately from the writing, which is all the same. You can use the same blog post, but it's 3 different methods, and you can put them on different websites. And the best part is I don't have to spend a lot of time writing so many blog posts, because I can just reformat what I've already done. So that's less work and more time I can spend with my child, you know. So how is that? And then, then I'd say, okay, here's my friend Rob 4, and then I would, enter your name and email in the form below, and I'll introduce you to my friend Rob 4, and he can tell you how to do this. Okay, so that's how you would get the lead-ins. So now you've built rapport, and they're like, okay, well, this person can solve my problem, and they know this other person. So yeah, I think I can give up my email address. So that's how you convert your leads a little better. You can still use the sales videos, but you get their attention or build rapport by them seeing you. You want to put a lot of your own videos out there, because that makes you known to them. You're actually, think about it. How many of you actually met Aurora? Probably not that many, but you feel you know her, don't you? And Lydia? I know I do, because they're everywhere, and they're famous to me. If I were to meet them, I'd be starstruck. Yeah. So you want to do that with your own followers, and that's how you want to get people to, that's what you want to do with your leads. Week 4, there were 8 weeks in total. Week 5 was crafting your first custom marketing funnel. It was using the video and basically what I just said, using your video and putting it with the sales page. Your video on a capture page leading to the sales page. Week 6 was writing hot copy for your attraction marketing kit. So once you got their emails, you want to talk to them. You want to know how to convert them. You want to know how to build a relationship with them. You want to know how to keep them. And the way you do this is you start with a story. It could be, a story about the latest movie or something. Because what I did one time for a blog post, I said, I learned a lot about marketing or teamwork from, the Disney movie Monsters University and this kind of thing. You can turn something every day into a marketing story, and then you can always, and then at the end you want to say, P.S. check out this product, or even the story can lead up to what the product is you're trying to sell. So stories, facts tell, stories sell. Social media attraction formula. This is what I actually briefly mentioned with the Rob 4 course. She taught us the triple and spinning. I don't really remember what spinning is, but I believe it had to do with sharing each other's content. It's not so much syndication, but it sounds similar. So we actually created teams within this class, and sorry, I got distracted. So easily. And we would decide, we would share, we'd tag each other in the comments. We could even create what are called memes, and I didn't know what the heck those were. Oh, okay. Well, I knew about that kind of spinning. It's just the way she said. Maybe that is what it is. What she meant. Like I said, I'll have to go back over it. But the memes are what you'll see. The pictures with the message on them. Like you'll see a lot of angry cat or grumpy cat. Excuse me, grumpy cat, and it'll say, what kind of day has this been, or that kind of. Those are memes, and you can actually do them to create. You want to create them yourself and share them. So that instead of saying Bonnie shared son of a what's picture, it'll say when people share mine, it'll say so and so repurposing your content. That is absolutely right. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Back to the memes. So you can that'll actually give you more exposure when people share your photos. There are other ways of. She said you can even post a picture, just a regular picture. It doesn't have to be a meme. A regular picture, and just put a message with a with a link on it or something. it's really simple stuff. It's really not that difficult. It's very simple. Let me rephrase. It's very simple. As with, most of network marketing, it's very simple. Doesn't mean it's easy. Because the first week, our assignment was to meet 10 people per day. She said, you're not here to sell them, you're not here to convince them, you're not here to train them, you just want to meet them. And that actually was the biggest breakthrough for me, because I was terrified of meeting people, even on Facebook. Okay, there's no face-to-face interaction, there's no stuttering like I'm doing now. There was none of that, but I was still terrified of meeting people. And when you pay so much for a course, and you have the queen of attraction marketing, she did attraction marketing before it was called attraction marketing. It was called direct response. You do what she says. And I did, and it really is easy. And now I'm doing a webinar. It all starts from taking that first step. And just, taking the next step, so you get used to that, and then the next one. So this class was the life changer for me. Week 8, I actually didn't get a chance to attend. I had things going on with my family, but it's advanced promotion techniques that yield a 10 times return. I'm sure that's more of the spinning and the probably more of the, not necessarily Facebook marketing, but I'm sure social media was in there. Yeah, first step's always the hardest, isn't it, Aurora? Okay, well, like I said, it probably wasn't going to take a whole hour. I'm sure I left a lot of things out, so if y'all want to start with questions, I'll be glad to answer as best I can. So I'm looking in the chat. Oh, thank you. I'm glad I could provide it. I'm glad to provide this information. I mean, it's hard to condense 8 weeks into an hour, and actually I did it in a half hour. Which means I left out a lot. But, how do you enter your prospect's mind? That's a good one. Okay, so if you're marketing for leads, to build your business with, you're looking for, trying to build your team. The way you enter your prospect's mind is to say, well, what was I thinking when I was looking for business? What was I thinking when I was looking for a way to quit my job? What was I looking, you want to just put yourself back there. What was I looking for? As for your product, it's kind of the same thing. What is it I need? What pain do I have that I need to resolve? Oh, the funded proposal. Yes, the front end is actually the funded proposal. They don't really call it that anymore at MSP. I'm not sure why, but they call them profit centers now. The funded proposal is something, it's at least $50. You want to make at least 50% profit. That's just to make your money back for the marketing you've done. It gets you a customer. So they've converted from a lead to a prospect to a customer, and so that funds it. And the back end products are actually where you really get the profit. Those are the higher end products that where you really you can just keep promoting to them. So that I guess it's kind of like the back end just keeps going. But really, and then there's the continuity, which you offer last, which there's a huge blogging system out there. They start with the $25 monthly, and that's really not a good idea. She recommended for those that they should sell an ebook instead. You don't want to lead with the auto ship, the continuity, because they're like, I don't even know you, why should I marry you, kind of thing, It's kind of like when you immediately ask them to join your program, and they're like, hey, I don't even know what you're selling, So, what did I like most about the training with Diane? Oh God, she is so real. She will tell it like it is. She's not afraid. She did ask our permission if she could push us. She wanted us to put in, we had a private Facebook group, and she asked us to put in the group that we give her permission to push us as far as we needed. She's real. She doesn't play. She's funny. She plays. She's down to business, and she knows what she's doing, and there's no mistaking what she's saying and what she means. She's really really a great trainer and coach. She's been doing it for 14 years or so, and she knows, how beginners think. She knows how to make great leaders. Oh, do I feel more confident in attracting people online? I absolutely do, Aurora. Yes, I do. Now that I know I can just get leads just by posting pictures and writing a sentence, Yes, no nonsense, but it's humor. That is absolutely right, Lydia. Yes. She plays hard and she works hard. So, anyone else have questions? And we've still got 20 minutes. I know you did, because I know you have to have questions. I've skipped around a lot. And there's no silly questions and no stupid questions. And when we ask, we all learn. You don't know where to, Jones? Well, do you have a market? Do you have a product? Are you a program? You do. Okay, well, where do you start? You start by meeting 10 people a day. 3 to 5. If you can't meet 5, meet 1. Yes, creating the story formula was absolutely powerful. It was the game changer. So right after meeting 10 people, it's like, okay, now I met them. What do I say to them? That's okay. And then making a video of it. Yes. Into the sales page, absolutely. It actually didn't take me very long to get comfortable meeting the people. It actually by the second day I was thrilled, because really all we're doing is saying hi. My name is such and such, and a lot of people are like, well, I don't know how to create rapport with them. Well, what do? You say hi. That's exactly how Diane Hochman said it. You say hi. Sometimes a lot of them I said, oh, I love your cover photo, or, those are some great looking kids. And that's how I found out, one of my other classmates had 6 kids. One has 8, one has 6. There was, some that, are taking care of their elderly parents, and that's why they needed this, So you just talk to them. You don't need to, you're not there to convince them, you're not there to sell them. You talk to people, and then, you lead the conversation around to, what their pain is. And then you can say, oh, well, this might help you. Then you make recommendations, but you got to get to know them first. Otherwise, you don't offer them what you need, because that may not help them. That may not be what they're looking for. So, yeah, start with meeting 10 people a day. You want to create your story. Oh, and the reason why Diane Hochman is she has a small list, but she has a very high converting list. Why? Because she met these people first. She doesn't always use lead capture pages. A lot of it is, she'll talk to people, she'll join in conversations on other face pages or groups, and she'll say, oh, I have some great information about that I'm going to email up next week. Why don't you get on my list? And she actually does that a lot. And so they're hot prospects for her at that point, because they know her. It's all about knowing, liking, and trusting, right? You don't buy from strangers, you buy from people you trust. That's how you do it. You just get to know them, you meet people, and you talk to them. I'm absolutely ready to get to L1. Absolutely am. Gotta work on that consistency, though. I really do. I'm meeting people, not a problem anymore. Okay, Lydia, I guess we're ready for you now.
Good evening, everyone. Once again, thank you for joining us on the Mastermind Fever Monday night webinar. Aurora, thank you for being my mastermind partner. We have a lot of fun. We take care of a lot of business. So for all the attendees, I want to let you know that next week, the replay for this webinar will be in the group. And so everybody, enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great money-making, prospecting week. Get to know some folks. Practice what you learned today. And come share and let us know how it's working for you. Good night, everyone.
Hello. Sorry, I'm interrupting. I just wanted to say a massive thank you for Bonnie, for hosting her first webinar. It's been really nice having you around. And what you need to understand is even if you're scared, petrified to do anything in your business, connect with people, becoming a leader, because it has nothing to do with only selling your products to other people. You have to see what Bonnie did today. She was scared, but she did it. And she did like this webinar this evening, and it's really what we want to see in each and every one of you. Instead of just thinking that you are just a listener and you can't do anything because nobody knows you, nobody wants to buy from you, start deciding today that you want to become the leader that people are looking for. And it is so powerful and so liberating. So I thank you again very much, Bonnie, for taking the time to put this presentation together, to face the technical problems, and even saying, hey, so what? So again, thank you for everybody who is still on the call, listening. We have something great again coming up next week, as Lydia said. And come along, because very soon you will be the next person on this webinar, and you will be able to display the information on YouTube, on Facebook, on your blog, to get more momentum, to get more visibility online, and it's what it's all about. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Bonnie, you were great. And Lydia, awesome. I'll see you in a few minutes. So take care, guys. Bye bye.